students um, to show the features of Lord Ganesha and give these references so that they get the wisdom to face their problems that they might be going through at schools and colleges. And whenever we are visiting Ganesha Pandals during these 9 days, or whenever we are talking about Lord Ganesha, we can use these little anecdotes to help them gather the wisdom and strength to face life. So, what are some things that we are to discuss in this session is about many students, many teens do have this problem of not able to listen. When someone is listening, they just dismiss it or they can't take it, or they are even in the class, their distraction is so high that they can't listen to the class, and because important information. Or if there are somebody, especially these teens, whenever there's some comments that are happening, there's some bullying that's happening, they just get very hurt by those, someone talking low about us or someone gossiping about us. Or whenever we are giving some advice, whenever we are talking that you shouldn't do this, you should do this, what do they do is either they just dismiss us, or they often do certain things that make us feel very unheard, or uh, as if they don't consider our thing. So these are the times when we can use divine as a mechanism to teach them certain good things. So you can show this video to your teen or student, or you can talk this to your child in a way that gets them certain kind of listening. So what is the thing that you can talk is, whenever you see the Lord Ganesha, ask them, why do you think Lord Ganesha has this? Of course there's a story that, yeah, we all know that Lord Ganesha's head has been chopped, and Parvati Ma, when she was bathing, and she puts Lord Ganesha as a gatekeeper to protect, and Lord Shiva comes, and Lord Ganesha doesn't know that she is he's his father, and he stops, and then he chops his head, and then Lord Shiva has to go fetch somebody in that direction that Lord Ma Parvati says. And then there was only a white elephant, and then he brings that and put him on his head. We know this story, so you can talk about that story, and then you can say, why do you think, still, if why not another other thing? And then now that you have an elephant head, what does the ears, the big ears of that elephant signify? What is that you could learn from it? And then what you can infer. So what is that you can talk about as a references? These ears of elephant like fans are very similar to those sieves that we see, the farmers, when they are separating the husk from the grain, they use those huge sieves that are helpful in discarding the grain, the husk, and only the grains do fall under. So similarly, we can also teach our children that when someone says something about you, either good or bad, just ask them, is this a grain or a husk? If it is grain, accept it. If it is a husk, discard it. What is a grain? Grain is something we can eat. It is truth. It is grounded in truth. It is giving us some constructive feedback for our growth. It is something that helps us propel forward, and that's grain. Anything that makes us feel small, anything that makes us feel invalid, anything that makes us feel insignificant is husk. That we don't have to get into the discussions on, I helped them so much, why did they comment to us, why did they do this to me when I'm being helpful to them? This is something that we don't have to discuss at that point of time. The moment I know I did my job, I helped that person because my parents taught me to be helpful to others. I i i help someone because I feel good in helping others. It doesn't have to be that because I help someone, the other person also had to be nice to me. They have every right to do whatever they want. They have every right to speak the way they want. But it's my discretion to only take I will take Ganesha as an example and accept only grains. And when I know this is a husk, I'm gonna discard it. Same comes with compulsions. Our friends sometimes say, hey, it's okay, let's not listen to this class, let's bunk this class. It's okay, one vaping, one cigarette, one drink, it doesn't matter a lot. One time if you bunk the class, it doesn't matter a lot. One time if you lie to your parents, it doesn't matter a lot. So this is how the gossip, the people in our class can influence us. During that time, what we can tell to our children is, again, remember Lord Ganesha. He's your favorite god, right? Understand, what did he say? He has big ears. Why? Big ears, but a very small, the one which inside the eardrum is small, because only the cream, the good ones goes inside. Good words, the good thoughts goes inside. The things that propel me into good direction go inside. The rest is husk. I'm gonna discard it. So whenever there is a blind pressure from people around, be it our friends or our school classmates, or our acquaintances, some things that I it is not in line with what I think is what my parents have taught me or what I believe is truth, I'm gonna discard it. So no matter what, I will use Ganesha as an anchor and not get influenced, jump into either replying to them, hey dude, I have helped you, how come you are not helping me, how come you not acknowledge my effort. I don't have to fight with them, because that they're coming from whatever reasons that they're trying to pull us down. But what we can do is, whenever someone speaks something which is not what we think as husk, learn to discard it. Whenever we try to recall that, oh, that person talked this badly about me, I'm not gonna help him, I'm not gonna do anything. Why? Because he's gonna always pose problem to me. He's not gonna appreciate my help. Why should I help him back? Or why should I? You're helping because your parents have taught you to help. You help others because you are a good person by nature. You help others because you feel good by helping others. Not necessarily that other person should also be helpful to you. It is in their goodness that they help us back. So because others are not helping, or others are gossiping, or others are not listening to the classes or bunking, it doesn't mean I have to be compelled and do that, in the fear that if I don't do this, they're gonna discard me. Because Lord Ganesha stood strong. Even now he's prayed by millions of people with his huge ears, and that itself is a indication that we don't have to be concerned about what others think to us or what others talk to us. We do good to others because it's our goodness. We are God fearing people. Our parents have taught us to be truthful, and we stick to what our family culture stands by, not necessarily getting absorbed by what other people are saying. So whenever there is a temptation that comes, that uh, you know your peers are pressuring you, or your peers are gossiping about you, your peers are asking you to do something against your values, instead of reacting to it, take a deep breath and ask yourself in your head, is this husk or grain? If it is a grain, I'm gonna take it. If it is a husk, I'm gonna discard it. So I can only say, if it is something I feel like a grain, but they're talking in some language that little feels hurtful to me, still I will take it. I will still consider, because it feels like it is good for me. So I will ask them, what is that one thing I can improve? What is that one thing this person is trying to teach me? Will it help me? Will it help me to grow? Will it help me to improve? All right. So some people may not be very friendly to speak. They might be talking very harshly. The tone may be very, very strong, but doesn't mean they mean wrong by us. Their way of talking only is like that, perhaps. So what we can take is, discard the noise. Okay, the huge ears, the indication is discard the noise. Only take the important thing, which is the grain. Because when farmers do a lot of hard work and give us that grain, is where we are eating food. Okay, so if they don't discard the husk, by sieving it, we will be eating that grain along with the husk becomes so difficult, right? Similarly, when we take everybody's feedback and get try to impress, see, imagine this is your hand and this is one person talking something, this is something, this is something, so five people are talking five different things. Where are you in this? If you try to impress all five, you are lost in that process. But instead, if you can, you be you, and let people who like you to be you come and be makes friends with you, and you be strong in the face of peer pressure, because that's not aligned with what this is. You define who you are, and be strong with what you believe is truth, because that's grain for you. And when you look at Ganesha, you remember that. So whenever there is an urge, you forget, right? Whenever there is school, people are saying come one class, it is tempting, the class is not interesting, teacher is the subject is not able to understand, so we are get tempted. That time, just touch your ears and pinch all the parts of your ears as a remembrance that yes, I need to understand only the, I need to only take in the grain, not the husk. So to remember myself, I am pinching my ears, all through my earlobes. When I'm pinching my earlobes, this is also a acupuncture points, which will help me to reduce my stress and help me with mental clarity. So that way I can reframe the situation that is happening around me and be able to take in only the thing that is aiding my journey and not pulling me down. Then other thing that is very important is we have lot of presumption about who we are. Okay, oftentimes it's so self-critical. We think we are not good. We think either we feel we are super, we are like high, or we think we are nobody. There's no balance. Okay, so one thing we can always ask, Nico, ask your, today as an exercise, ask your 10 people whom you everyday talk, what do you think about me? What is your listening about me? What do you think is one thing that is good about me? And what is one thing that you think I can improve the most? 10 people will give 10 things. That is your listening. That is what people actually think about you. And what are those 10 feedback things that people have given? Especially your friends and family, are they come from a lot of love for you. So they tell something that is, you need to correct on that. So that is where you can understand, this is what is my listening, this is what people think about me, and this is what something I might have to improve upon. So this is the grains, because they talked about what is good about me, what is also, what is about the things that I need to improve. Is there any husk in it? No, because this is all truth. So I'll take it. Whatever is coming from space of their lack, their limitation, I'm gonna discard it. So see if you can talk like this to your children, to your teen, whenever you're going and visiting each of those Ganesh Pandal, because 9 days we do have these Ganesha celebrations, right? So each day you can go to each pandal and just, whatever today I have spoken for 13 minutes, you can just abridge it into 7 to 5 minutes of small conversation and talk about them in the area that will impact them the best, because you are the primary guru. Parent, mother, father is the primary guru a child can have. And if you can talk to them in this way, it builds trust. They tend to listen better than some external people. So try to teach using the wisdom of Lord Ganesha during this Ganesha celebration, and help them get connected with the divine more strongly, along with imbibing these practical tips that they can use whenever they are, when they are hurt by people, pressure, or when they are not in a place to listen, and in case if they are getting impacted by other people's bad comments, or whenever there is this need, when someone is talking, they do discard, right? They don't listen. At that time, teach them, touch your ear, and ask yourself in that time, is this feedback that my mom dad is giving me, is is it helpful? Is it a grain, or is it husk? So I need to discard if it's husk. Even if it is a grain, even though it is hard for me, I'll pinch my ears and help myself to listen instead of discarding it, because that's what my favorite God has done. So when my God can do it, I can do as well. So I will learn from my God and try to learn it. In the beginning, it might be difficult. Baby steps. Take one step, one step, one step, and then we will be able to do a lot in the near future. Hope this was helpful for you. Another feature about Lord Ganesha during this Ganesha celebration times, so that you can teach this to your students while you also get grounded in their wisdom. Okay, thank you so much for attending, and see you in another video of mine.